Dear students, I am going to start question number 7 from exercise 6.4. Question number 7, we have in a right angle triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. Means we are given a right triangle ABC in which angle B is equal to 90 degree. So B is at 90 degree and we are given AB is 6 centimeter and BC is 8 centimeter. Now we have to find AC, means AC is not given and we have to find it. Now here, as it is a right triangle, so we will use Pythagoras theorem here. So using Pythagoras property, we are using here Pythagoras property, that is h square is equal to p square plus b square. Here h is hypotenuse and p is perpendicular and b is base. In this figure BC is the base and AB is the perpendicular and AC is the hypotenuse. Always remember that the side opposite to 90 degree is always a hypotenuse. So what is H? AC, so we will write AC square. What is P? AB, so we will write AB square. And what is base? That is BC, BC square. So we will put the values given in the question. So AC we have to find, so it will remain as it is. So what is AB? 6 centimeter and whole square. Again BC is 8 centimeter whole square. Open the square. 6 centimeter square will be 36 centimeter square and 8 centimeter square will be 64 centimeter square. Now 36 plus 64 will become 100, so it will be 100 centimeter square. So on one side we have square, so when transposing to other side it will become square root, and we got square root of 100 centimeter square, and we know 100 is the square of 10 into 10, so we will write it like this: AC is equal to 10 into 10 and centimeter square will be written as centimeter into centimeter. So taking 1 from each pair, we got AC is equal to 10 centimeter. So our value of AC is 10 centimeter. In second part of this question, this is first part, and in second part of this question, we have again right triangle, which is right triangle at B. In this part, we are given AC, that is hypotenuse 13 centimeter and base is given 5 centimeter, and we have to find AB. But we will use the same property. So using Pythagoras property, we have h square is equal to p square plus b square. Now we are given h is AC square, p is AB square and b is BC square. Now put the values. We have AC square is 13 centimeter square. AB we have to find, so it will remain as it is, AB square. And what is BC? 5 centimeter square. Because we want to find AB square, so we will transpose 5 centimeter square to other side. So it will become 13 centimeter square minus 5 centimeter square whole square is equal to AB square. Now 13 centimeter square will be 169 centimeter square minus 5 centimeter whole square is equal to 25 centimeter square is equal to AB square. When we will subtract 25 from 169, we will get 144 centimeter square is equal to AB square. So it can be written as 144 centimeter square is equal to AB square, or it can be written as AB square is equal to 144 centimeter square. It doesn't make any difference. So this square when transposed to other side will become square root of 144 centimeter square. Now 144 is the square of 12. So we will write it as AB is equal to square root of 12 into 12, and centimeter square will be written as centimeter into centimeter. So we will take 1 from each pair and we get AB is equal to 12 centimeter. Now question number 8. Now I am reading the statement of question number 8. A gardener has 1,000 plants. He wants to plant these in such a way that the number of rows and number of columns remains same. Find the minimum number of plants he need more for this. It means the given number, that is 1,000, is not a perfect square. So we will write total plants is equal to 1,000. Now in this question we have to make number of rows is equal to number of columns. Now if number of rows is equal to number of columns, so according to question, number of rows into number of columns should be equal to total plants. But total plants are 1,000, which is not a perfect square. So we have to make the number as perfect square. So we will find the square root of the given number, that is 1,000. So one bar will be on 0, 0 and second will be on 10. So 3 into 3 will give 9, which is less than the number under first bar from the left side, that is 10. So on subtracting and taking down the next bar, we got 100 as a new dividend. Now we will double the divisor, that is 3. So 3 2s are 6. Now we have to write a number after 6 so that the number should be and multiplied by that's the same number, so that the number of 10 should be less than the new dividend, that is 100. So we will multiply 61 into 1. After 6 I am writing 1 and multiplying it with the same number, that is 1. So I got 61. On subtracting 61 from 100, I got 39 as remainder. So I will write 1 after 6. So 61 is our new divisor, and in quotient also I will write 1. So 31 is our quotient. Now 31 square is less than 1,000, which is given number. So I have to add a number to make it a perfect square. So we will find the next perfect square. Next perfect square is 32 square, and 32 square is equal to 1024. In the question we were asked find the minimum number of plants he needs more for this. More means we have to add a number. So 32 square is 1024. So minimum number of plants needed to make 1,000 a perfect square. How many plants we will add is equal to 1024, that is 32 square, minus the given number, that is 24. 4 means I have to add 24 more plants. So therefore the required number of plants is equal to 24. Obviously when we will add 24 to 1000, it will become a perfect square. So that number of rows will be equal to number of columns. Now question number 9. There are 500 children in a school. For PT drill, they have to stand in such a manner that the number of rows is equal to number of columns. How many children would be left out in this arrangement? Again, the number given, that is 500, is not a perfect square. So we will write total children is equal to 500. And we are given in the question number of rows is equal to number of columns. Now according to question, number of rows into number of columns should be equal to total children, and for this total children should be a perfect square, but total children are 500, which is not a perfect square. So first of all we will find the square root of 500. So one bar will be on 0 0 and next bar will be on single digit 5. So we multiply 2 into 2 gives 4, which is less than the number under first bar, that is 5. On subtracting we get 1, and taking down the next bar, that is 0 0, our new dividend will be 100. So we will double this divisor, 2 2s are 4. So we will write a number after 4 which on multiplying itself gives a number less than 100. So 42 into 2 will become 84, and 84 subtracted from 100 will give us 16. So we will write 2 after 4, and 42 will become our new divisor, and 2 after this 2 in the quotient, and 22 will become our quotient. So 22 square is less than the given number, that is 500. So number of children to be left to make 500 a perfect square is 16, because if we subtract 16 from the given number, the number will become a perfect square. So if we subtract 16 from 500, we get 484, which is square root of 484 is 22. So square root of 484 will become 22, so that number of rows and column will be the same. So the number of children who would be left out is equal to 16. This step 500 minus 16 and square root of 484 you will write in bracket, because it is not required in the question. In question we have to find the number of students to be left out, and that is 16. With this question our exercise 6.4 is completed.